guys. So new moon in July, energies still on, still basking in them. Thought I'd do a twin flame soulmate reading. As you can see here, there are two parts of this, one on the left, one on the right. The one on the left is the masculine side, one on the right is the feminine. We've got a lot of cards here. Let me just go through what they are. So on top we start with the mental space, the heart space, and the action space of the individual energies. We go down to an advice card. Further down on another deck we can see the theme going on in each energy. Then below that, the last line of cards, it is the past, present, future, and the last card is another card that really wanted to come out. Now in the center of the spread are two cards, the left one being the masculine energies and the right one the feminine. These cards basically wanted to come out as well. I was guided to draw them out. I do not really want to put them in any kind of category, but they just needed to be there. So let's see how the reading goes. First of all, I always like to start from below. Let's start from the past, present, future, the theme. So on the masculine side, we have the theme going on, which is the Emperor's card. The Emperor's card is a very positive card. It shows that the masculine is now in an energy where he feels like he has every means to take an action. He's got every kind of confirmation that he wanted. He has tried and tested every method or whatever. Basically, all kinds of experiences have been had. So this person is a wise person sitting in the middle on his throne in complete power. All he has to do is just command now. The past for the masculine is basically the Knight of Swords. Now the Knight of Swords tells us the story of how the masculine in the past ran away. It's a very obvious sign of separation that happened. He wasn't doing anything wrong. He was just following his intuition to actually move on, go away, because separation was essential. As you all know, in the twin flame community, we know why separation happens, why it's needed. We both have to go our separate ways to actually come across our own lessons and our own karmas in a way. So he had to go away, and you can see that he's on a horse and he's just driven to go away basically. So it was a very powerful energy that actually took him away. It was not something very subtle or something, and he had to just run. So the present situation for the masculine though is the Devil's card. I do not really want to go with the traditional meaning of the Devil's card, being seduced and all of that. I feel like he is finally realizing his mistakes is what the Devil's card is trying to say. More like he is realizing how there are two different perceptions of reality, one which is the very obvious 3D reality and one which is the 4D, and how he's trapped in the 3D, and how the world is a seduction in a way, and material gain and material wealth, all the shortcomings of his feminine that he had strong in his mind while running away, they do not really mean anything. They're just nothing but a deception, is what I feel like he is realizing right now in the present moment. Moving on to the future, we have the Four of Pentacles. And another card that really wanted to come out was the Five of Pentacles. So there is a lot of pentacle energy here. I feel like since these cards are 4 and 5 on the pentacle, they're above the 5 mark. They basically show or give me a sense of lack going on in his life. I wouldn't say that it's material lack. Perhaps it could be. Because pentacle energy mostly has to do with material gain and abundance in a way. But I feel like he is still struggling, you know, to actually fully accept that what is lacking in his life is true love. And he kind of has lost that because of running away from the feminine. You can see that he's trying his best to actually face his shame, not go back to what he has left behind. It's been a while since he's been in contact with his feminine. He feels like, let me fill this void in any other possible way. I just wish I can. But he just can't. And that's what the near future is. That's what's showing. Moving on to the top part of the masculine's reading, you can see 3 cards on the first row. That is again the mental space, the heart space in the middle, and the action space or something that he has to do in the last card on the right. Below that is an advice card. So I feel like these cards are very, very apt to their to the present energies. Basically all the masculines that I've been talking to, I've been feeling in with I feel like they're all in this kind of energy. So the mental space shows that he is trapped in fear. As you can see, that is the John Holland's Psychic Tarot. Really good cards. I love these cards. So trapped in fear is basically very obvious why. Because he does not know how to fill the void. He knows now that he has to go back to the feminine. There is no way around this whole thing. But that's what it is. He just can't. He has to face his shame. He has to heal all of that. In his heart space, he knows. You know, you can see the triumph card there in the heart space. The heart space shows that he does know what he has to do. It's like when you know what you have to do, you know you're going to be triumphant if you do this one particular thing. But it's like a leap of faith that you have to take. And you have this nervous feeling, this jitteriness, this thing that, should I do it? Should I not? What do I have to lose? I kind of know it's going to be, you know, in my favor, but I'm still afraid. So that is the energy that I feel from that card. I feel like he knows what he has to do. He just is not taking that step. He's just afraid of taking that step, which is very obvious why. Now, the action space says that he has to use his wisdom. Wisdom is all that he has gathered throughout this journey after separation, everything that he knows now, all the lessons that he's learned to actually go into the, you know, do what he needs to do. I'm pretty sure that basically after the separation, masculines have gone out and seen the world. You know, they've seen they've tried everything, and trying things, failing gives you wisdom in a way. or even trying things and not failing gives you wisdom. So he knows what works and what doesn't. He knows what relationships with karmic partners are like. How much fulfillment he's going to get with that will never be something that can even match up to the twin flame. So that's what the card says, that use that wisdom and take action. Now, in the advice card for the overall masculine energy, it's very obvious that he has to balance out things. He has to face those fears, those very last parts of his fear, and just balance things out. Things are gonna be okay then. If you guys have read about quantum physics, reality transurfing and stuff like that, you must have come to a term called excess potential. So what excess potential is when you avoid things, you build up an excess potential, and the balancing forces of the universe will always come to balance off that energy. So to actually make things work in your own favor using quantum physics and the law of attraction, you are supposed to be in a balanced state so that there is no excess potential around you and things can work out the way you want them to. So in this case, for the masculine, it's excess of shame is what I'm feeling. Is once he actually faces that himself and he deals with that in a healthy, healing manner, the excess potential over that's going to go away. And he is going to come to a state of balance. Therefore, reaching out to the feminine would be much more easy. Another card that really wanted to come out was the throat chakra here. Again, a beautiful card in the John Holland deck. I love it. So that card is, again, speaking about how once he balances everything, he is going to speak out and reach out to his feminine. So I like that. That's pretty good. It's I feel like it's very in tune with all the masculine energies. Moving on to the feminine side, we have from below again the lower set of cards, which are different from the upper set of cards. These are the Gilded Tarot, I suppose. So the theme that the feminine is going, is having right now is the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is someone who has direction in a way, and they're setting off to a journey. As you can see, it looks like in the picture that he is ready. He's not in a rush. He's ready. I'm just using he because it's a man in that, but this is for the feminine energies. And also this is it's not supposed to be gender segregated in a way. It's what you actually resonate with. If you resonate with the feminine energy, then those are for you. If you resonate with the masculine, that's for you. But if you resonate with both, take what resonates with you more than anything else. So coming back to the card, the Knight of Pentacles, you can see that she or he, the feminine energy here, is serious about going on to a journey. Or you can rather say, given the twin flame journey, she is already on a journey. She's taken a pause. She knows, you can see this knowing, the sense of knowing in her face that, yeah, I know where I have to go. I know what I have to do next. It could be stepping into your soul mission. Could be something of that sort, maybe. She knows that she has to do that now, or she's already started doing it. And it's like I can feel this sigh, like that kind of energy, like, okay, I know what to do and I'm gonna do it, and that's how it's gonna be. Coming to the past energies for the feminine is the Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands is basically a lot of, adversities, and you can see someone who's just kind of tired, leaning onto the wand in a way. It's like a feeling of being trapped, and you don't know what you have to do, but you have to be strong because there is no other way out. And I think that's how all of us feminines have started our twin flame journey. I guess that's how we've done it. There was no other way but to do what you have to do, live how you have to live. So that was her past. The present, however, is the Three of Pentacles. Now, the Three of Pentacles is it's basically showing how she has moved on from that place of desperate powerlessness to something of control. She's got, I feel like most feminines, given my own journey and the people that I interact with, I follow, they've been last year, or maybe exactly last year actually, they've stepped into their a sort of control, some sort of abundance coming in all of a sudden, and you have more to work with in your life, more, because when you're powerless you have nothing to work with. So you have sort of manifested something for yourself. Now the Three of Pentacles shows that you're doing it right. It's been like over a year. You are mastering what you're doing. You have good ability to do that. So it's about abundance basically. I feel like the feminine knows how to manifest money, is what it is saying. It's like she's not afraid anymore. She knows what she has to do, be it the day job that you're at, or your soul mission, or anything else. She just knows that she's gonna be okay. Moving on is the the Knave of Pentacles. Yes, the Knave of Pentacles. So what we can see here is someone who's very contemplative, someone who is observing the pentacle in a way. So I feel like she is, this is the past, the future position for the feminine though. I feel like whatever way she takes, whatever way she has taken, she's going to keep learning and she's going to keep applying those things to her journey. Because she isn't someone who is asleep now. She's more of an awake person. She knows that everything that happens for a reason, and you can learn from everything, and everything you learn you need to know to apply to actually move forward and do stuff that you have to. Another card that really wanted to come out was the Lover's card, coincidentally. The future position, that's what it wants. That's what she wants. She wants peace. She wants companionship. She wants it's not just companionship, and it's not about just being in the twin flame relationship, I suppose. She just wants to be powerful as she is. As you can see, there are two people here who are naked. They don't really have anything on, so you cannot really say if they're rich or they're poor or whatever, but they're together and they're happy and feels like they're in the Garden of Eden. So this is a good thing that is happening for them. They look like they're in a place mentally where they're just peaceful and there's nothing going on. It's just love, the true essence of life, right? Love. That's what she wants to be. In fact, all of us, even the masculines, the feminines, we as a collective are moving towards the only essential truth in life, which is love. So that's what the feminine readings say. Coming up to the mental, the heart space, and the action space, we have patience and planning. In the mental space, I'm not surprised. A lot of us have stepped into our soul missions again now. I feel like the second wave or the third wave, and you can say, I really don't know how to differentiate between the two, but a lot of us are stepping into our missions, and that's what it is. You need patience, you need planning, you need all of that mentally to actually basically do something productive, something that's going to help you, something that's... she's gathered a lot of wisdom throughout the journey. She's already, been through so much. She knows how to manifest her wealth. Now all she's got to do is keep patience and keep planning and keep doing it. Her heart space has spiritual union. I feel like a lot of feminines have already come to a space in the Twinflame collective where you don't really care about, if you are going to physically manifest this person in your life or not. It's more about peacefulness already. And we all know, according to the law of attraction and quantum physics, you have to come to a place of being okay with not having that to actually manifest that in the end. Come on, we're all feminine manifestors. We know how to do it, right? So that's where she is, in her heart space. In her action space, what she has to do is probably do the things that she has to do so that she can materially harvest more. It's not a bad thing to actually have a lot of money. I had my own struggles when I started off with abundance. You have to actually identify what blocks you have in abundance to overcome them and go beyond that. And know that money is just a tool. It's not really something that is bad. You're not a bad person if you have money. So that's what she's doing now. When she's actually stepping into her soul mission, she knows that she can manifest money, and she's basically using that to manifest more money, because the more money that you have, the more tools you have to actually help other people. You can, do so many things only if you have the means to do it. If you don't really have the means to do it, you can't do it. So that's what it is. So the card that really wanted to come out in the advice space was heart chakra. So I also get the energy of a lot of cribbing and complaining going on because of, maybe the female's day job is giving her a lot of troubles, something like that. Probably she has to basically start seeing things from the perspective of love, being grateful for what she's, her day job is actually serving her to probably do what she wants to in her soul mission. So when you start seeing things from a perspective of gratitude, you actually change from the ego mind to the heart space, and that's what is needed to be done on a more extensive level, or else, as reality transurfing states, you are going to build up excess potential and things are not going to go your way. So being in the heart space, I feel, really is like being in the balancing energy. You can see there's a lot of mirroring going on that way in the advice card for the masculine and the feminine. Both of them are asked to be balanced in a way. So yeah, that's how it is. The heart space, you have to open up your heart. Don't do it forcefully though, it's not gonna happen. It's a gradual realization that's going to dawn upon you, and you're going to be grateful to even have that, cribbing and complaining phase of yours, because if you don't have that, you're not going to go through an ego death, you're not going to, all of that. So, yeah. Moving on to another card that really wanted to come out for her was Love Begins. I guess Love Begins and the heart space are very interrelated in a way, because you feel like love is beginning, right? You feel like when you start seeing things from the heart's perspective, you start to fall in love with everything. Teal Swan once said, she was explaining about how everything you see is actually love. Like if you're eating and you have a piece of broccoli on your plate, and you actually think beyond what you see, you can see that the broccoli is in a way loving you, because it is giving you energy. And then when you look at the sun is loving the broccoli, which is loving you in turn. So the sun is loving you by giving the energy to the broccoli, and the broccoli is giving the energy to you. So the sun loves you, the broccoli loves you, everything around loves you. So when you start seeing things from a heart perspective, that's what comes in. You are loved, everything is love. That is the only essential truth of the universe. Yeah. So I'm also going to start a new channel called Crazy Law of Attraction, where I explain a lot of these spiritual concepts about how to use love, gratefulness, manifestation techniques, balancing forces, everything, just everything soon. So watch out for that. That's going to come soon. Meanwhile, this was the tarot reading for July, Twinflame / Soulmate. I hope you guys resonated with it, and if you did not, that's all right, totally fine. Maybe you will the next time. Do like, share and subscribe this. I would really appreciate that. That would really help me out. And if this really rings anywhere close to your heart, do leave a comment so that I can read it, and we can have a conversation about it probably. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna come back later with another reading, probably next month. Take care. Bye.